I have to change my brake pads on my 2004 Toyota Camry, and I'm just gonna walk you through the process. First, you're gonna do, take off your wheel, grab your four-way, make sure your car's on a jack or jack stands. Once you get your wheel off, you want to turn your steering wheel towards the side that you're working on. I'm working on the passenger side, so I turned it this way. Then what we're going to be doing is removing the top bolt to the caliper bracket there, the guide pin, and the bottom bolt there. If you're wondering why this is going in segments, it's because that's how I understand it, and it's better for you not to see me if I'm struggling with something. One thing I always forget to do to start with is leave one of the guide pin bolts in there just a little bit so you can crack the bottom one loose and get it open. Whichever one you do first. On the 04 Camry, it happens to be a 14mm bolt. Once you get your caliper off, bungee strap it, or I just got this old belt. Just put it somewhere where it should be up there and not fall. You also need to remove the guide pins, which are located here and here, and it is a 17mm socket. That's what the guide pin looks like when you get it out. What you may have to do is put pressure to push the guide pin out while you ratchet it out. That's just my experience with it today. My mistake if you're following along, the guide pins just pop out. It's just, I had one so stuck, I had to basically ratchet it to get it unstuck. Your brake pad kit should come with, of course, the pads, and preferably the mounting hardware. This is the first time I'm using these guys. I'm using power stop these times. This time, just whatever it says for your car. You're gonna want to take a little wire brush or wire wheel and just anywhere where you're pulling hardware off, scrub the mess out of it. Clean it with some brake clean, including the caliper itself. Get that thing all nice and clean so that your parts, once installed and lubricated, can move freely. Clean that brake rotor, not with the wire brush. Some brake clean. Get that thing nice and clean. Okay, you got it cleaner. Before you put your guide pins back in, wipe them off really good, clean them up, clean everything up. Put you a little bit of brake lubricant on them. Not a whole lot, just enough where they can move freely up and down, because you want them to be able to do so. Carefully install them, of course. To compress your bracket, you can get a fancy tool, or you can get a clamp and your old brake pad. Take your old brake pad, put it in, use the clamp to compress the caliper. Don't come at me in the comments saying you got a lot of life left in those brake pads. I see that. I'm replacing them anyway. But here's how it looks. Put your old brake pad there, calipers there, clamp around the back, crank it down until it's flush. Done. Next, install your mounting hardware. It should just snap in. Whatever you figure out on one side, you just gotta do flip for the other side. So I typically can figure out the bottom pretty easy, and then on the top side, just gotta flip your perspective. That's how I found is easiest to install the brake pad, and it's easier to see once you already have it in there. Put it in at an angle, and then shove that bad boy in there. Then you're gonna lubricate it where the caliper goes. You may end up realizing that you need a second pack of the brake lubricant for your other side, which is okay. They're like $1 maybe at parts stores. Some brake pad kits come with one. If it comes with one, order you a second one. It ain't gonna hurt to have more. If you don't use it all, either return what you didn't open or keep it for the next job. Once everything is tightened back down for your brake assembly, you got your guide pin in there, whether it's a bolt head like this one, which is actually why I like the Camry better than some other cars I've worked on, is that I can just stick a wrench on there if I'm having trouble getting this loose. It is easier on a lot of cars if you take your brake fluid cap off in the engine. You brought me something? Okay, cool. Once you got everything together, you're good to go to put your wheel back on, lower the car down. If If you've done both sides, of course, lower the car down. Or lower the one side down, and you're good to go. A trick, if you're ever working on anything really, you got a bolt that just doesn't want to come loose. Some people use a sledge. I use the dead blow hammer because I like the transfer of momentum. But just hold your ratchet still, take your hammer, tap it a couple times. Personally recommend the rubber dead blow hammer. This one is just a pound, I think. Yeah, it's just a pound. And it, for me, has done wonders with getting things loose.